All right. Hey there, internet friends. So I started making a list of things for the bikes that we can do and get to working on since it's winter time, even though it seems like springtime. I should have been out riding today. But I started trying to make the list of everything I needed to do, and I started thinking of more things. I just got, I don't know. These are going to be kind of easy to do, but I started writing down, like, I need some high heat muff paint because I'm going to paint this header in here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get I got to set this right where I can kick it over. But I'm going to paint that with some of that high heat. And then I'm going to do this one too. Start getting these ready so they look good. And then, look at that thing. They ain't put any barbecue paint on that in a long time. So it will get us some of that barbecue high heat paint. So we got the high heat muff paint we were going to get for that. The white semi-gloss pro. That's where I started hitting an issue. So I don't know. I'm going to have to get I got to get my soda for this one. So I'm having a hard time with this tank here. I really want to make it white and put a Honda sticker on it. But a part of me is really, I don't know, man. That duck is just growing on me. And I feel like this bike here has been around my area long enough that I might be able to accidentally run into the guy that painted this at some point. And then we can find out exactly what year this was done and know a little bit more about a guy who had it before us. So I think we ought to keep it. I think we ought to keep the duck on there, even though it's not period correct. It's not what we want in a perfect world, whatever. But I think, it'd make for some good storytelling over on the dunes if I accidentally run into the guy that painted that when he was in high school or something. Whatever. We'll see. Find out. So I think we're just going to run with that. Plus, I started looking for extra tanks, and they're expensive. So that's where I got to this idea that, like, as I was making all of the things I got to do, I got this one here. I got this idea. All right. I said I might keep the duck and swap the tank. So my thought bubble off of that was I'm going to find a piece of shit that has a tank. And I was looking around over there on the Craig's Face, and I found one that has a tank that if I knew how to do the overlay thing where it comes in, it's like, this is the one I'm looking at. But it's still got the Honda logo with the American flag thing right here behind it like it's supposed to. But it's rusted right here. But the outline of that whole Honda thing's still on it. It's pretty neat. I wouldn't want to put it on there. But, so maybe I'll try to find a piece of shit that still has a good tank with it if I can find a good deal, and then I'll swap the tanks eventually and just put the duck up on the shelf. So if we decide to paint the tank, we're going to drain the gas, we're going to paint the tank, check the oil, paint the header. That's what we're going to do on the 3-wheeler. The 4-wheeler, we got to do the neck bones, rear brake tank, and paint the header, which you already went through. So I got one of these things. Got a new this, which doesn't look anything like what's on there. I got this, which I think this is all all we actually need. One of those. That's all the brake stuff. I don't know that. My buddy Alex is going to come over and... I don't know. This here is the neck bones for the goddamn cat. So this one here is the neck. I got to put that shit back in the box. Otherwise, he's going to knock it all over the place. The damn cat gets up here and he erases the whiteboard. Can't get anything done. Nobody works around here. Anyway, so this is for in here. Because this thing's got a horrible whatchamacallit. You hear that thing just beating the shit out of it down in there. So this one's pretty worn to hell. That's what I was saying the other day in the video earlier when I was introducing. I haven't thought of a name for her yet. Anyway, when I was talking about this one, I don't know what I was saying. But over here, so she's got that crazy neck bone issue in her. I'm gonna pull all the handlebars off. We gotta get all the way down into here because one of them goes in there. And then I don't know, wherever. So all that's gotta, you know. This one's pretty cool though. For some reason, this is a 300. And it's just, oh, that's what I was saying. This one is a 1981, what is it? 85? This one's a 1985, right? And this one is a 99. This 99 is just clapped out like, oh man. I don't know what they did to it. This thing is like mint condition compared to this. But anyway, these aren't the stock A-arms up here. This is all widened, which is weird because normally you wouldn't... I mean, a guy wouldn't think that you would put wider arms and different suspension and stuff on a 300. Like if you're gonna pimp it out, you're gonna do it on the 400 or 450 or something like that. But on a 300, it's just kind of weird that it's all tracked out like this. One of my thoughts, maybe they wrecked it. I don't know. If they wrecked it pretty bad or dropped it down a hill or something like that and it fucked up the arms and they had a set of 400 arms and threw on there, whatever. But it's definitely wider than what a normal 300X would be. Just don't know why. I didn't really talk to the guy much when I bought it. It was just giving me a deal, and he was like, yeah, it's my daughter's. And I knew it was... Let's look at it back here. I knew it was pretty wrapped out. When we bought it, it had a shit carburetor on it. I can show you that carburetor. Let's see. Look at this. This thing's just rode fucking hard, put away wet. And then we got 20 years. Like, don't tell me the metal quality didn't degrade over time. When you look at the axle of a 1985 Honda three-wheeler compared to a 1999 Honda three-wheeler. Four-wheeler. Whatever. But, so this guy gave me such a good deal on this one that this carburetor here that I got that is now my incense burner. Where's it at? Right here. Look at that. You see that in there? See that chunk? It's missing out of there. That's supposed to wrap all the way around so shit don't just go flowing through there. So anyway, that got... When we bought it from him, it had this on there. I just ordered a new one, like, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks eBay. or Amazon, whatever, and it just fired up and ripped. But it just wasn't maintained, taken care of. So if we go back over to the board on there, the neck bearings, we already went through that. The rear brake tank, that's all these parts in here, which, oh, forgot my light. Almost forgot my light. Almost forgot my beer. Oh, we gotta take the seat off. Son of a bitch. Son of a, I gotta do stuff. This one's all bent as shit too. The seat thing on it, ripping the seat off of there, it's all bent wrong. There. And you just gotta, it's got aftermarket plastics on it too. This one does. But like I said, it was a decent deal. Oh, that's one thing we couldn't figure out. Oh God, I found a soda. That's one thing we couldn't figure out is what this little notch is for right here. And one day we're standing here having a wobble pop, and I told my buddy, I said, you know, I bet you that's for the kickstart. He's like, well, this one doesn't have a kickstart. That's right. That's aftermarket plastic. That's designed for one that has a kickstart. So you can tell you got two different plastics on it because the back part doesn't have that. So you got different arms, different plastics. I think they threw it off a hill and fucked up the front end. But it rides fine. Anyway, I paint this all in here. It's all fucked up. That's one of the things that, oh, that's on the list too. That's on the list. Isn't that on there? Yeah. Washer and screws for the heat shield. Oh, I didn't even put that on there. We need to put that down there. Paint header. Repair. Heat shield. I kept calling it a shroud the other day. I don't give a shit what it's called. Alright, so that's what we need to do. This, when we have this off to paint this, or when we decide to paint it on there and get overspray all over everything, I need to get some kind of washer system. I think I'm going to go ahead and get some new screws. I'm going to take these out if I can. I'm going to try to break them off in there. That'd be preferable. And then we'll figure out a way to get this thing to not just go when you're riding. See that notch? Son of a bitch. Anyway, I don't even remember why we took the seat off. Oh, this thing here. So this is the rear brake reservoir. This leaks. We got to take this off and put a new one on. But I got a new brake piston also. This thing here, that's all the stuff we looked at in that box over there. Look at how rusted up this is. Can you believe that? I think they wrecked it. I don't know. If a guy had to guess, I would say they wrecked it down the hill and then just left it outside for a while. And then their cousin or brother or somebody was like, hey, you still got that Honda over there? You think I could, I don't know, fix it up? And so they took it, and I don't know, it could just be, I just made that up. I don't know. But anyway, we'll replace this. That's the only main part. This reservoir right here, this leaks. Brake still works, still stops. I don't care. It ain't mine, it's my kids. I mean, we'll get that working fine. I don't think we need to replace that. I don't think we need to worry about much, really, to be honest with you. Probably just need to spray it off and go riding. So I tied up these electronics. All this was dangling. That was another thing about getting such a good deal, is that sometimes the electronics aren't zip tied up yet, so I had to zip tie them myself. And now they're all up in there in about the factory position, except for whatever goes in there isn't there when it runs. So don't know what in the hell. So where are we at? We got the new neck bones, the rear brake tank. We're going to paint that header and repair that heat shield on that one. Oh, we need to buy some, whatever kind of oil. What do they call that? What is it? What kind of oil they use in there? Diesel. What kind of oil? Probably just 90 weight. Oil. Probably just 90 weight. But we're going to go ahead and make a footnote to ask Alex. Just to make sure we don't fuck something up. I mean, it's vintage hardware and whatnot. You don't want to fuck it up. So we want to make sure that we get the right weight of 90 weight. I think we got it. I think we're pretty much set. Got a good list. We have no time frame, which is the best ever. So you can just knock this stuff out over like 3 years. But I'd like to get it done, I don't know what, probably like to get it done before we go riding next. But whatever. Put these neck bones back. Put them over here in the box. So I think we got a good plan of attack. I think we're ready to go. I appreciate you guys helping me figure out what I'm going to do here. I do have to do, which, you know, I need to put that on there first, to be honest with you. One of the main things I need to do is the trailer. It needs, hey, bearings, and tires. Well, it needs bearings. Let's get the pink here. And we'll do a question mark next to tires, because I don't think so. They're old enough to where they're at a certain age, tires are fine. So I think they'll be okay, especially hauling old Hondas. So the trailer, this is honestly where we need to begin, because we can't get to the sand dunes or to the mountains with our fixed up three-wheeler and four-wheeler if the trailer's a piece of shit. All right. So I think we got it. I think we got a good starting point. I think we figured it all out. It's nice. Nice. Nice to be able to figure it out. Get my buddy over, have him do all the work while I watch drink barley pops. Get that back on there somehow. You even fucking work here? Sorry, ma'am. I don't work here. There. And she's off. Okay. So, we got a plan of attack. We got what we need to buy come, what, Friday? Today is today, Wednesday. So, we got a list. Oh, that's right. We got to scratch these off the list. So, we want the muff paint, but what we don't need is it. Oh, I put it in my mouth. But what we don't need is the white semi-gloss, because we're not going to do the tank. So while we're at it, we're not going to drain the gas, even though we should. And we're not going to paint the tank. Okay, so let's get rid of those. check the oil and paint the header. So I need to circle that like that's what we meant to do. So let's go with we're gonna go with orange. Look out, Diesel. Hey, I need that lid. Get out of here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna circle all this because that's an idea that we decided to keep. That 3 should have been kept over there, but whatever. I mean, that's just semantics. That's just thinking out loud. But anyway, so I got a plan for the weekend now. I think we got it. We don't have to go anywhere except for to the co-op. Oil's probably over there. The washer and screws are over there. Nothing to buy. Just a few little projects to tinker around with. Not a bad weekend. Or not a bad afternoon with a couple beers. Alright. I have to put this up here. Oh. It's hard to do one-hander. I'm going to knock all the damn fishing poles down. I'm trying to put it up there. But I gotta put that up above the sprinter seat here. Otherwise, that cat's gonna just knock it all over the damn place. Okay. Put those back. I got extra brake pads. I got brake fluid. We're not doing brakes. Anyway, I think we got it all. What are we at now? I think it'll be a good weekend, so we'll figure out and get some stuff fixed as long as this cat don't fuck up the whiteboard. Thanks for hanging out, and I guess we'll figure out what happens next time. Stay safe, dudes.